It's hard enough out here farming XP when Epic Games literally cuts in half the best way to get XP. So I came up with a new one that makes getting 500,000 XP ridiculously easy. On top of the best ways to start games with fully gold inventories, here are 20 ultimate Fortnite Season 8 tips, starting with the guaranteed loot trick. Okay, so with the latest update, Fortnite made it so crows will actually drop purple and gold loot, which has made them incredibly overpowered. Now the problem is these rare crows aren't the easiest to find, but we have found a secret way to get these crows to spawn every game. Simply head down to Hydro 16 by Sludgy Swamps and start taking out crows, and it turns out this area is actually a crow spawn, so the more you eliminate, the higher chance you have of a purple or gold one flying back. And so we found that in less than 2 minutes, you can get an entire loadout of insane loot. I mean, one of the best ways to start a game. And if you thought that was overpowered, wait till you see the shadow drop trick. Remember a couple seasons back, we had the Silver Surfer Mythic, and this thing was really OP because you were able to just drop on your enemies like it was nothing. And so while the Silver Surfer board is long gone, there's actually an even cooler trick in Season 8. Just get a Shadow Stone, use a Spire Pad, and you can pull off plays like this. You even take no fall damage. I mean, how cool is this? Next time you want to get the drop on someone, these Shadow Stones are your best friend. But something really useful for your teammates is the Slipstream escape trick. So if you play a lot of squads, getting your down teammate out of there can be tricky sometimes. But luckily, Season 8 has a fresh way to escape a fight. No, don't down yourself, Sammy. Don't down yourself. Okay, well, I got a tip for you just in case. So pick F up to carry, and you could actually bring people in slipstreams if they're down, which is so helpful because if you get down next to a slipstream, just, I don't know, run or fly away. Now we full rotated away from whoever was trying to kill our friend here for the easy revive.
Thank you.
And that's how it's done. Sometimes rotations like this are needed, so now you know that slipstreams are always there to help you out. But a question everyone is asking is, what is the best way to get fast XP in Season 8? It is basically tradition that we set out to find the best XP method of each season. Now this season, it used to be Imposters mode, but they nerfed it. So what is the next best way? Well, we set out to do some testing, and firstly, you can play creative and gain 125,000 XP in just 75 minutes, and even more if you do challenges as well. Next, you have to do all of your daily punch cards for an additional 100,000 XP, and after that, you pretty much just gotta grind Imposters because it is still the best and most consistent way to level up. If you do these every day, you will gain hundreds of levels in no time. And for a tip to counter one of the most broken items in the game, can you railgun through armored walls? It turns out slipstreams aren't the only insanely useful Season 8 feature, because the new armored walls make it incredibly overpowered and hard to destroy. I mean, 2,500 health? Well, here's the thing. There's a rumor about these, and I had to try it. Okay, so these are the new armored wall traps in Fortnite, and obviously they have 2,500 health, so yeah, as you can see, it takes a lot of damage to destroy these things. And so we want to figure out if we could shoot through it with the railgun, because, I mean, I guess if we could do it through the sideways, we probably could do it with the armored wall. So let's figure out if the railgun is still probably the most overpowered item in the game. You ready, Sammy?
Let's get it.
All right, here we go, and it works! The railgun is honestly the most broken thing in Fortnite. I mean, if it can shoot through an armored wall and the sideways, what else can it not shoot through? How is no one talking about how OP the railgun could be this season? I mean, it's the counter to everything nowadays. But as you guys know, there are new mythics in Season 8, and there's plenty of methods we've found to make the most of them. So let me show you some symbiote mythic tips. All right, probably one of the most annoying things about the new Venom mythic is that you can get pulled by absolutely anyone with no warning. I mean, it's annoying. But it turns out there is actually a huge counter to this. If you get pulled in, just do this.
Grapple me, please.
Nope.
GG's.
Yeah, a great counter to the Venom Mythic. But what if you're the one using it? I mean, how do you stop all these guys just one-pumping you? Well, putting it simply, just have your teammates near you when you pull a player, and they can get a synchronized shot in and grab that guaranteed easy kill.
Hold up.
So now you know it is way too dangerous to pull someone with the Venom Mythic while you're alone. And a better way to use an even more useful item, here are the best shadow phasing tips. So it has been a while since we had Shadow Stones in Fortnite, and with all the new Season 8 stuff, there's so many more tricks you could do with them to play at the highest level. And let me tell you guys, I feel like a noob not knowing these things. For the first tip, we had Shadow Stones and simply wanted to see if you could phase into people's builds with it. Well, sure enough, worked like a charm. You can go straight into their box and take them out, and they barely have any time to react. It's a bit of an obvious tip. But Season 8 has armored walls now, and it seems like you'd be able to counter these Shadowstone tricks with them. Well, I guess tell that to Nick A30.
Boom, 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 boom. You're trapped in there, right? He's completely trapped. Now watch this.
Yes, I did it! I
did it.
So, phasing has never been easier with the Shadow Stones, and if anything, they're probably the best armored wall counter in the entire game right now. And if we're speaking about armored walls, and these things have some insane tricks of their own, so let's check out armored wall secrets and how to use them to your advantage. Okay, so for the first trick, we have to tell you that one of the best ways to make use of your walls is to use the whole stack and make an indestructible box. You could use it to build around a campfire, or use the extra time to heal yourself with medkits or big pots. Or you could even build these boxes around your down friend. A revive only takes like 10 seconds, and even with a minigun, an enemy won't get through in time, so long as they don't have shadow cubes, as we learned. And for the final trick, it's less about defending yourself and more about humiliating your enemies. Not only can these indestructible boxes help you in certain situations, but you can simply place the armored walls all around an enemy's box and it will lock them inside. People have done this to trap enemies in the storm or simply put pressure on them. It is a genius play. But if you consider yourself dropping randomly in Fortnite and not getting the greatest loot, then you have to listen to the best loot routes when landing. Okay, so we have two insanely overpowered routes on the Fortnite island that take you through places with all kind of chests, floor loot, and items where you don't gotta rely on the crows. The first route begins at the abandoned IO base near Misty. If you land here, you'll find that there are no longer any IO guards, but the very juicy IO chests remain. Yep, you can loot up the guaranteed IO chests and get some great loot, but in this exact same place, you can find 3 other chest spawns, a vending machine, and then a launch pad. And then when you're done looting up, take this pad to the nearest crash site and hit the big rocks to get 999 brick in literally under a minute. I mean, I'm not kidding, it is so overpowered. And you might be saying, well, you know what, I don't like this route for some reason. Well, there's a second route that starts at a different abandoned IO base. This one is in the southwest corner of the map and has all the loot you need. It also has slurp barrels and a launch pad right here to get to the nearest crash site. Getting max brick instantly, people, is so underrated, let me tell you. Not as OP as the shark trick. So even though sharks have returned to Fortnite, it feels like nobody's paying any attention to them. At this point, we've all gotten used to them and just moved on, but you'll learn quick, do not forget about them. I mean, nobody realizes that these sharks are actually just super chests that swim around and have a ridiculous amount of loot. All you need to do is kill one and they can drop up to 10 items. I mean, you could get purple scars, bursts, even purple pumps. You also get all the heals you need. I mean, how is everyone ignoring these? And so here's another tip that you have to know. A lot of people know you could ride sharks, but sharks actually move as fast as cars, and in some areas, they go even faster. And unlike any of the vehicles on the map, these guys don't take any fuel. I mean, you can literally just keep going forever. Now, you're not gonna need a shark vehicle every single game, I'm just saying, but every so often, these guys might just save your life. And sharks weren't the only great thing to come back, because you have to know about the charged shotty trick. Okay, so we taught you guys this trick a while back when charged shotguns were first added to the game, but it's just so good that we thought you had to be reminded since they're back. Basically, whenever you find yourself boxed up, you could actually just edit doors on your box and do this. To this day, people, this trick is still extremely hard to counter and nobody expects it, so definitely try this one out. And something else to get insanely easy kills is the sneaking into the sideways trick. Alright, remember our most hated video? We talked about how easy it was to just crouch walk into the sideways and third party for free eliminations. Well, you still can't build in there, so this tip is pretty simple. Don't be the one to get caught with your pants down. You need to catch other players with their pants down. And obviously, I'm talking metaphorically, you weirdos, but check it out, okay? There's basically no countering that. And for our final trick, the most useful and our #1 spot, the best rotation in Season 8. Okay, so every season we try to figure out what the greatest rotation in the entire game is, and this season, I think we found it out. So basically, what you want to do is you want to put down a launch pad when you're trying to run away, and go ahead and pop, and like a cube works. Honestly, getting a shadowfish is what you want to do, and then once you get up on the launch pad, just start right-clicking in the direction you want to go, you want to rotate in, you know, and then just keep spamming it and try to go as high as possible. All right, now we're out. Deploy immediately and just glide to where we want to go. Cube's activating. Look, the cube's activating. We would have missed it, but we used the trick and now we're good. From where we started, we are officially 1,000 meters away, and that is how you rotate in Fortnite Season 8. And those are the 20 most ultimate tips and tricks in Season 8. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.